All right. Hello and welcome back, Be Nasty and everyone else watching. Sir Adrian here to film the British turn in our current game of Global War 1914 titled Operation Michael, where we are in the fall winter of 1915. Quick housekeeping. The German unit that was in Finnmark in Norway was supposed to be moved to Kola. So go ahead and do that for them. And I put back these units because Bulgaria was not supposed to automatically align to the Austrians. I've adjusted their IPP down one and put them back where they were with the Ottomans. The rules may need to clarify that, but I figured that was the case that if they're up one of your alliance members, uh, track already and not at neutral or already up your track a bit, then they wouldn't align. Bulgaria is supposed to align if they do automatically to Austria-Hungary, but the Ottomans had them started up their track, so they wouldn't align automatically because of that. Although they could still be influenced for the rest of the game. But there's that. So for the British, we have 30 IPP. This is a free unit we have. We place this turn. Otherwise, we will buy 2 minor factories for 5 each. A dreadnought that's at stage 2 will finish it for 4. We'll get an artillery, 2 infantry, and 2 militia, and we'll try a diplomacy roll for Argentina. So that'll be all our 30 IPP spent. We'll go ahead and do the diplomacy roll while we're over here. So on a 2 or less, a 1, that's a success. So Argentina moves back down from stage 3 to stage 2. For tech, we have 2 major factories. We'll go for armored vehicles and poison gas. That's a miss. Whoops. And armored vehicles. That's a success. So the British complete armored vehicles. And I think they get a free tank for that when they do complete that. Yeah, so any nation immediately receives a free tank when they complete that technology. So there you have that. In terms of attacks, they won't have too many. They will. Oh, this commander, Husky as well, he retreated to, well, I guess offshore with the fleet here from Denmark when it was attacked. He could go further, I was told, so we'll just have him go back to the British Midland. Actually, no, we'll just have him stay there for now. That transport will just drop him off later because they don't take space on the transport, but I think it would have to move with the transport still, obviously, and not just on his own. But yeah, so attacks will have 2 of our cruisers in M7. They are going to move 1, 2, 3 to attack the 2 German cruiser raiders in A44. So we'll go ahead and roll that out real quick. So they will be on a 3 or less. 2 misses. They each respond on a 1 or less. Or the one or less, just the one, so they miss. So that battle's over, and they would retreat. So we'll leave that to Be Nasty to decide what he wants to do with those. They could either retreat to A43, A46, or A35. So there's that. And yeah, that's the only attack the British will be doing this turn. So non-combat, this transport will move one space over here, drop off the commander in the British Midlands. The fleet, we will move them back a space. And we will drop off the artillery units down in the British Midlands. There's that. These transports will come out of port. They'll take 3 infantry units, and we're not going to get our mandatory offensive for this turn, so we will have penalties because of that the next turn. We'll take 3 infantry units, or 2, bring them over into Picardy, and then another infantry unit, bring it into Picardy, and they'll just go back into port. So these guys will join the 28th Army. Yeah, I was gonna say this transport. Actually, they could move the. You know, instead of dropping these off in the British Midlands, we'll actually have these artillery units when the fleet moves over. We'll have them move with pre-dreadnoughts. Yeah, pre-dreadnoughts too. We'll have whatever can move to A22, move to A22. So the dreadnoughts have 2 movements, so they would be able to, as well as the transports and all that. And the transports that were carrying the heavy artillery and regular artillery, they'll drop those off into Picardy, the rest of the army there. Yeah, we'll do that instead. There's that. And the stuff that can't reach, so the pre-dreads only have movement of 1. The coastal subs couldn't because they have a movement of 1. That stuff, we'll just move them 1 space, aside from the French sub, but we'll move them 1 space into A23. They'll actually, yeah, they'll just go in port in London. Aside from the coastal subs, those will just keep there. I'll check the battle cruiser too. They might actually, I think, only have a movement of 1. Let's see, battle cruiser. Okay, no. Yeah, so just do that then. Otherwise, I think that's actually these are here. Yeah, actually, we'll do some attacks. So it's with some of the units that I said moved here. Sorry, it's a bit out of order. I'm just thinking about this now, but if that's okay, I would do this. I'll take hmm, I'll take 2 of the cruisers that were in C Zone A11, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. No, 4 of the torpedo boat destroyers. And the submarine, which all have a movement of 3. I would move them 1, 2, 3 to try and sink this cruiser raider in A3. So we'll have 2 cruiser raiders at A3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 torpedo boat destroyers and a submarine at 1. Okay, that was a terrible roll. I fat fingered and ended the roll, but I mean, technically, I did roll them still, so we'll count that. So no hits, and then it gets to respond on a 1, so no hits. So that unit as well, we'll just circle it for now, but it would retreat. Other than that, no other non-combat movement or anything like that. These are fine where they are. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Oh, and these should be neutral pre-dreadnoughts. Bulgarian. Oh, then that should be gone. Yeah. Otherwise, that's good for non-combat movement for now. So just place units. So build a minor factory in Thessaly. And we will build one in Macedonia. And for placing units, the colonial will build in we'll build it in Punjab. And then our regular units. Tank will build the factory in London. Build 2 infantry in London, a militia in the British Midlands, a militia in Northern England, and the artillery unit will build at the factory in London. Otherwise, we collect 32 IPP, but then we take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because we still don't have the Suez Canal, so we'll have a total of 27 IPP. Oh, and the Dreadnought, we completed that. We'll build at the. We'll build it at the major shipyard in Scotland in A4. Yeah, that's where we'll build that one. So that'll be it for the British turn, and we can hand things on off to the Austro-Hungarians.